So what are cold sparks? Essentially what it is a box that sits on the floor and it shoots flames that you can use inside for your wedding for special effects. Now, how do they operate? Cold sparks operate off of a little powder, a little heat, and a fan. So the powder is a ground up metal alloy of sorts. It's a couple of different metals that have a certain type of ignition point that we're able to heat them up really, really quickly, and they cool down really, really quickly. That's what's going to give you the flame effect for when those metal pieces heat up. Now, they heat up. Are they safe to use? Are they going to cause problems with fire alarms? Are they going to hurt kids if they get too close? No, probably not. There's always a chance that something could happen. It's never 100% guarantee. Fire alarms are always going to be different in each venue that you go into. Some of them have an optic sensor to them, which is going to essentially measure air density. So if it hits a block or a cloud of smoke or fog or whatever, it's going to say, whoa, hold on, there's a fire. Let's set those alarms off so everybody can get out safely. Others in more old school buildings don't have that same sensing material. Either way, we're not gonna set off sprinklers, but we may set off a little bit of a flash with the lights, and we may set off that obnoxious fire alarm sound that tells you to get out of the building. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn these cold sparks on, and we're gonna show you just how safe they are for use around your wedding guests and children. So when do you use cold sparks? Why would you wanna use cold sparks? If you're looking for that wow factor, this is the way to do it. Whenever I'm able to use these in a venue for an event, there is an audible, whoa effect that happens when we set those off. Grand entrances for weddings are a fantastic way to kind of set that tone for you and your new spouse to come through and enter in. The other place that it makes really sweet photos for is during that first dance. I like to let the first dance song go, play through that first chorus, and then every subsequent chorus after that hit them as it hits that peak. Now you're going to have a framed in picture for your photographers and videographers. If you order that 16 by 20 canvas, to have that in the background framing you in, it's not gonna get any better than that. And then at the very end of that first dance, a lot of times there's a dip of some sort or a kiss or something of that effect. Again, I like to set those off so we can frame that in, and now you have that new bride who's getting dipped, having that kiss with those fireworks and pyrotechnics going off. So, we're bringing spark throwing machines inside. Are they safe to use? Yes, they are safe to use indoors. Don't look right into them as they set them off. Obviously, you don't want those little particles going in your eyes or little kids' eyes or anything like that. Part of that is on the DJ to know what kind of equipment they're using when they're using that equipment. So what we're gonna do is we're going to hit these, we're gonna turn them on, and we're gonna run our hands through them and show you that they're not gonna burn, they're not going to ignite anything of the sort. So here we are with our cold sparks. They're activated, they're going, they're on. We can sit here all day long. And basically what it feels like is if you take little grains of sand and you kind of pelt somebody with them. If you keep your hand in there, that's about all you feel. It's not hot by any stretch of the imagination, it just, you can feel the little pieces hitting your hand. It doesn't hurt or anything like that, but you definitely don't want to stick your face over top of that to get those little grains of sand in your eyes. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. This is purely for demonstration purposes only. Next thing we're going to show you is we got just a couple pieces of paper, and that these aren't going to ignite. We can just run that right through there, hold it right there. Again, we don't recommend you do this at home or at an event, but we just want to show that it is not going to ignite that piece of paper. It is safe to use inside.